again. It's a Rhinestone.
Welcome back to another video. I hope everybody's doing fine and well and having a great day. Welcome if you are new. So today I have got some polygels that I got off Temu. So I'm going to start by unboxing them, swatching them, and then we're going to have a little play with them. And I'm also going to be using today some of the little silicone dual form system thingamybobs that's been trending all over TikTok. I've not used mine yet and I'm dying to have a play with them and see if I can get them to work. So for anybody that's not yet heard of Temu, where have you been? So Temu is an online marketplace, very similar to Amazon but a lot cheaper. They sell everything from nail art stuff, crafts, stuff for your house, your kitchen, pets, clothing. Everything you can find on Amazon, you'll find on Temu at a fraction of the price. I've got a 30% discount code that is for new users to get 30% off their first order. So if you download the app and search my code, it'll all be in the description box. You'll get 30% off your first order and you'll get £100 or $100 coupon bundle. So shall we get into the video and have a look at this polygel? So it's a 12-piece set. And I have put a different link in my description box. This link disappeared. I have put different links, but it's the same polygel, just different packaging. So there's 12 tubes and they are 15ml. And we've got ingredients on the back. I like that. Right, so we've got 12 tubes. They're all numbered 1 to 12. I'm just going to give them a quick swatch on this lint-free wipe. So that was the first one, and straight away I thought, oh my gosh, that is beautiful. And then I swatched the second one and I just thought, oh my gosh, they're all gonna be like this. Look at that green. They are all just jam-packed full of this beautiful shimmer, and each one has got a slightly different kind of colour shift effect in that shimmer. They are stunning. The pictures on these don't do them no justice, but I'm so glad I came across them because this is probably the nicest polygel kit I've ever had. I have had the odd polygel kit in the past that's got 1 or 2 shimmery colours. I've never had a full set of 12 like this where each one of them is just jam-packed full of shimmer, and they're just so bright, bold and vibrant. They're absolutely stunning. Like the green and the blue are probably my least favourite colours, green and blue, but they are just beautiful. I love them. The dark pink has got a kind of ultraviolet shift. They are just beautiful, aren't they? Right guys, so shall we get on with it and do some snails? So I've pulled out, these are the extra long Coffin Dual Forms that I recently got in one of my Temu hauls. I got extra long Coffin and I got extra long square. So I'm going to use the extra long Coffin today. And I've also pulled out the silicone French mould system tabby things. I'm just going to quickly show you some of the other shapes that I got. So they're free edge ones. These ones are kind of to do colour blocking. And then these ones, I've no idea what those last ones were. So I'm going to do a quick bit of nail prep. I've started by pushing all my cuticles back. And then I'm just going to scrape away any dead skin. Any dead skin on your nail bed will cause lifting. So it's really important that you get rid of that dead skin. And now I'm just using a buffer and I'm just gently buffing my natural nail just to get rid of that shine. Your nails have got a natural kind of shine to them, so just get rid of that shine and get them all scuffed up and buffed up. So I'm going to use Born Pretty dehydrator. I'm going to give my nails a really good dousing of that, and I'm going to use Born Pretty primer as well. These just air dry. Don't douse your nails with the primer, just a tiny little bit. And lastly, before we get started, I'm just giving my natural nails just a nice thin even coat of base coat, and again I'm using Born Pretty base coat. That's going to get cured in the lamp for 30 seconds. Right, so I'm starting with my pinky and I've just put it on my tip stand upside down like that, and I've pulled out these heart sequins, all different sizes. There's gold in there and there's like a matte kind of baby pink, and I've pulled out some of these little hearts as well. So I'm going to just put a little blob of base coat where I'm going to want this first heart, and I'm just going to hold it down under that lamp. Normally I don't cure it under the lamp one at a time. I normally put all my sequins in one go, but these dual forms are that curved I could not get my sequins to lay flat, so that's why I'm just doing it one at a time. So I've just put a little blob of base coat and cured them one at a time. So now they've all been cured into place, I am using this pink shimmery polygel, and I just want this at the tip, and I want this to kind of fade off up the nail. So I'm essentially doing an ombre with the polygel. So I'm bringing it down quite far. I did want these quite long, so I'm pretty much bringing it to the edge of that dual form, and then making sure I've got it all up the sides, and then I'm just going to fade it off like that. Just pull little bits of that polygel off up the nail, really thin, and just fade it off. If you use a dry brush, it really helps to fade polygel off. So I'm going to stick that in the lamp now for a full 60 seconds cure. Gorgeous colour polygel, I love it. So I've done exactly the same on the pointer, and that's what they look like from the front. So I'm just going to lay them to one side now and go on to the next nail. So this is going to be my middle nail. This is the nail I'm going to use, one of those little silicone French tabs. But I want to use gel polish with it, and gel polish wouldn't stick to the dual form. It kept kind of repelling off the dual form. So I've gave the dual form a coat of base coat on the inside first, and I've cured that base coat in the lamp. This first silicone mould was a little bit too small. There was a tiny gap at each side, so I'm swapping it over for the bigger one. And again, I'm just going to press it in right into the middle of that dual form, and it will stick firmly down because they're made out of silicone. They stick and you get a really good seal. So that's what it looks like from the front. I've got that as even as I can. So I've put that on my tip stand, and I've pulled out some gold gel paint, and I'm just going to paint right around the edge of that silicone thing. I wanted to kind of do a little tiny gold kind of fade coming off my nail bed, so I decided to go right round that silicone mould with a gold kind of border, and I'm going to use that little brush and I'm just going to fade it off. I'm just going to start pulling little bits of that paint gel down that dual form and just do a tiny little fade. And once I'm happy with how this little fade's looking, I'm going to stick that in the lamp for 60 seconds. This is Madame Glam gel paint. It needs 60 seconds in the lamp. So now I'm going in with that same pink polygel, and this is what I'm going to use to do the free edge on this nail. So just like the other nail, I'm going to fill my tip first, pulling it right down as far down as I can really, making sure that polygel is right up the sides of that dual form. Now with these silicone mould things, I've not peeled it off yet. I have got to now kind of mould this pink polygel around the edge of that silicone mould. I'm on the fence with these moulds. This is the first time I've used them, so I might end up liking them a little bit more the second time I use them, but I'm kind of on the fence with them because to me a hack should be something to make the job quicker or easier. Are these a hack? I'm not too sure. So you've got to mould that polygel and keep it as close to the edge of that silicone mould as you possibly can. This would be so much easier if you did the free edge with just gel polish. It would take 5 minutes. But yeah, with polygel you've got to mould it around that silicone mould and get it as close as you can. So that's that being cured for 60 seconds in the lamp. Now I can peel this silicone mould off. I mean, it was quite neat, but that's because I made it neat with my brush before I put it in the lamp. So that's what it looks like. So I'm just going to lay that off to the side with the other nails for now. And going back to the pink here, we're going to start applying these to my nails now. So I'm using a nice pale pink polygel and keeping it really thin at the cuticle area. And I'm just going to start patting and pulling that polygel all the way down that nail, right over the back of that pink. Keep it quite thin at the cuticle and make sure you've got it right up the sides of that dual form, or else you'll have transparent bits at the side and weak points. So once I'm happy with that, I'm going to place it quite firmly onto my nail and press it in at the sides. Press it down gently but firmly, as close to your cuticle as you can get it, and then that's going to get a full 60 seconds in the lamp. Very pretty. Right, so onto this nail. All we need to do is fill the gap that silicone mould has left. So again, I'm getting it nice and thin at that cuticle area, but I kind of had to, this pale pink, I had to kind of push it under the shimmery pink. It left, the silicone mould left a kind of teeny tiny little kind of lip, so I had to start pushing this pale pink to get it right under the lip that the silicone mould had left. I had kind of, I don't know how to describe it, I kind of had a couple of little air pockets that I was really struggling. Can you see there? Couple of little air pockets, and I was really struggling to get this pale pink under there. I had to really shove it in. So yeah, I'm on the fence with these silicone tabs. Maybe I need more practice. I see some people using them and they make it look fantastic. So I think I just need a bit more practice. So again, I'm just making sure there's no little transparent gaps at the side. And then I'm going to press this onto my nail as well. Press it on quite gently to start with, and then just press it down firmly. Press it down at the sides, make sure it's fully attached. Get it as close as you can to your cuticle, and then stick it in the lamp for a full 60 seconds. So I'll just show you doing one more nail, guys. This is going to be the ring finger, and I wanted this just to be a full nail of this pink. This pink shimmery polygel is stunning. It's got like a kind of gold colour shift. That shimmer's got, yeah, it's got a really, really nice gold shimmer to it. It is beautiful. So yeah, I will just let you watch this one last nail, guys, and I will do the last two off camera. So there we go, that is them all on. I had to sculpt the thumb off camera a little bit because the dual form was too small. So I'm just going to twist and pull, get these dual forms off. This is so satisfying, pulling these dual forms off. Look at that pink polygel, guys. Isn't that just beautiful? So I've got a little bit of a tacky layer underneath these nails. I'm just getting rid of that. And then with a file, you can see that little lip up the edges and around the cuticle area where the edge of the dual form was. So with my file, I'm just going to file into the sides, get rid of that little lip around the sides and around my cuticle area. If you're filing around your cuticle area, use an old file, guys, so that you don't cut yourself. So I'm just using a buffer now, and I'm just buffing mostly around the cuticle area just to buff out some of the harsher scratches that I've just done with the nail file, because obviously there's no top coat or anything on these nails, so I didn't want to file off any of that gold gel polish or the love hearts. So I've mostly just stuck to the cuticle and the nail bed area with my buffer. So after I gave these a really good clean, I noticed on that nail bed I had a teeny tiny little air pocket there. Can you see it? So I've got the gold gel paint out, and I'm just going to go over that little air pocket and just cover it up, and I'm going to quickly stick that in the lamp for 60 seconds. Right, so I'm going to get these top coated now. I didn't want to add much more to these nails because they're already very sparkly and shimmery. So I am going to put a couple of little rhinestones on. So a quick glossy top coat, and I'm going to stick that in the lamp for 30 seconds. Right, so for rhinestones, I'm going to use some of the hot pink mocha rhinestones out of there, and just some little transparent ones, and I've pulled out a couple of little heart-shaped rhinestones. I'm going to put a pink one on this nail, and I think I used a transparent heart on the ring finger as well. So sit back, relax, watch my rhinestone placement, and I'll see you back at the end. Guys, I am obsessed with this Polygel. It is absolutely stunning. I love it. I will without a doubt be using each and every one of those colours. They are stunning. So there's the colours again quickly. So the links I've left below, guys. I could only find one more set of these Polygels. Mine had completely disappeared, but hopefully, fingers crossed, the link below is still available. It's different packaging, but it's the same Polygel kit. But anyway, guys, that is it for today. Don't forget, if you're a new Temu user, use the 30% off code, guys. Take advantage of it. Please remember to give the video a quick thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. Hopefully, I'll see you all back in my next one. Take care. Bye.